Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and here I have the $1 million apple, or Mutsu, a Japanese hybrid between an Indo apple and the Golden Delicious. And for the Japanese, the Mutsu is highly superior even to the Golden Delicious. Well, why? It is a quite big apple with quite a nice taste, similar to the Golden Delicious. Quite a strange flavor. It can also be used for pretty much everything. It's basically a perfect apple for eating out of hand, also for making pies and cakes and drying it and making juice or cider, making applesauce, baking it in the oven, and so on and so on. Using it for making sauces and garnishes for meat and other dishes. But that's not the reason it's called the $1 million apple. Well, before I come to that, you can see the tree is not doing very well, just like most other trees around here. After 3 years of drought, nothing is perfect. Actually, the owners of this plot are currently watering their small trees. So yeah, but that's an important fact to know before I taste this apple, because it will not be in its prime. The fruit are of quite irregular size, as you can see here. That seems to be typical for the Mutsu. They can grow even bigger than that, but yeah, fruit of quite irregular size. Also fruiting mostly every second year. Those are all things which don't make an apple so desirable nowadays, but the Mutsu is still very popular. In the West, it's also known as crispine, especially in Britain. And yeah, there are a few quite strange features about it. Well, this one here seems to be quite ripe, but I will get some from the ground because they are supposed to be even more ripe. Yeah, if somebody showed that to me, I would say Golden Delicious. Now, one of the interesting things, which funnily I've never seen it mentioned in literature, but the owners told me that, is the smell. Yeah. It reminds me of a winter apple. A faint smell of basements. Like you have kept this apple for a couple weeks or months in your basement. That's what it smells like. The smell is not strong. It's not the way the apples smell in spring, but let's say in midwinter. But this is also not the reason it's called the $1 million apple, no? The Japanese have found a method to create 3 different colors for the Mutsu apple. Well, this golden color basically like the Golden Delicious, like the parent species, is the natural color. It happens when you do nothing. When you take a bag, I guess a paper bag or maybe a plastic bag, and cover the fruit and remove the bag a month before ripening, you will get a red apple. Here they haven't done it, so the only red apple is actually a rotten apple, and it's reddish brownish. And if you leave this bag on the tree all the time until the apple is ripe, the apple will have a silver, well, they call it a silver color. It's supposed to be a very pale yellow. So bright yellow if you do nothing, red if you put it in a paper bag and remove the paper bag 1 month before ripening, and silver when you leave the paper bag until harvest. Yeah, a nice apple, similar to Golden Delicious, although with a slight flavor of basements, but very slight. It's really not a problem. Good apple. Any apple that's like Golden Delicious is a good apple for me. So folks, this was the 3-colored $1 million apple, or Mutsu, a Golden Delicious Indo hybrid from Japan. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful city of Heidelberg. And don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.